Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle. I make reactions to movies and TV shows. Da-da! Bum bum. Alright, so we're headed back into X-Files. This is the penultimate episode to season 1, which has me kind of nervous. What are they going to do? Will it be big? Will it be bad? Will it be great? Will it be sad? I don't know. The last episode was an introduction to Scully, not an introduction, it was a continuation but semi-introduction to Scully being just like on for the ride. We have firmly entered territory of her accepting the X in Unexplained, right? And I want to know where that means they can take us, because I did take time to think about this. As Scully gets more accepting of the unknown element of her and Mulder's job, I think that they can play with some really out there themes, so long as they're not going for like an actual conviction. But yeah, I will be interested in knowing, it's like, what can they really do if Scully is along for the ride? Because we all know that Mulder's got some interesting ideas, right? But I think that they have to hold back a little bit, because Scully is much more pragmatic and skeptical and curious, so they can't really push the envelope too much. But I don't know, now she's getting on board. Scully has put her conspiracy hat on, and unfortunately no one is there to take it off. If you would like to full version is in the description. You can tip me on Patreon. And as always, I put my conspiracy hat on you, and then I put one on myself, and we are ready to go. And here we go. Where are we this week? Mahan Propulsion Laboratory, Washington Institute of Technology, Coulson. Is that Leland Goins from 12 Monkeys? Much younger, but I can't. Maybe?
Here, let me do it.
Yeah, that's him.
Put your number in, then your card. See how easy it is?
This guy's kind of a jerk.
Engine efficiency?
94%.
We need more.
We've reached maximum velocity.
No!
It will work. The engine's gonna destroy us, sir.
Come on, we're almost there!
There's something wrong with our equations.
What happened?
4 years of work that's going to add up to zilch. Because unless we show some progress,
They're gonna pull the plug on us, Ron.
Well, if you blow it up, they're going to pull the plug on you too. I mean, unless God doesn't pull the plug on you.
It's the print that gets the money, Ron.
If you want to go down in flames together, fine.
Publish or perish.
Good night, Dr. Keith.
I wonder if Roland is like super smart. I think he might be autistic. And he's going to solve it. Unless something like horrible is about to happen and Roland gets transformed into like an evil genius. This is X-Files. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe he left?
The hell? Roland, open the door.
Oh, no, okay, he did not leave.
Open the door. Roland, I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Is what is about to happen? What is about to happen?
Roland!
Oh my god, is it gonna force him? I mean, that's a lot of air coming out of that turbine. Is that gonna force him through that cheese? Is he gonna become like diced? Ooh, oh my god.
Open the door!
Oh no, oh, it's the other way around. It's okay, so the air isn't going out, it's or is it? I don't know what direction the air is going. All I know is this is gonna be a painful death. Okay, yeah. He's gonna get sucked into the turbine. I wonder if Roland is like a spy. Well, at least it would be fast. I mean, no one wants to die this way, but at least you're there and gone in 2 seconds. Probably just feels like a little sting and then lights out. You know what I was thinking? We need another cryptid episode. I guess technically Darkness Falls was a cryptid episode. Do you think? Well, you obviously know, but I wonder if we will ever actually get Bigfoot. All right, so this time the truth is in your airplanes.
Did you catch the bouquet?
Maybe. So is that what you couldn't talk to me about over the phone? The Icarus project?
The next generation in jet engine design.
No project should ever be named Icarus.
And Ronald Surnow was an aeronautical scientist who worked on it here at the university.
The second scientist on the team to die in the last 6 months.
The second?
Okay, but how is this an X-file?
There's something unexplainable here, Scully, but it's certainly not unidentifiable.
Mulder doesn't even know why it's an X-file. His spidey sense is just tingling.
We understand you discovered Dr. Surnow this morning. What was left of him?
How do you suppose he became trapped in the wind tunnel?
Someone must have shut him in.
Another member of your team died a short time ago, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Are you certain it was an accident?
What are you driving at?
Your work seems to be a perfect target for industrial espionage.
That's what I thought, spy.
Who wrote this?
Ron was working on it when I left.
You see, the handwriting here.
I was gonna say. Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, does Mulder know advanced calculus now?
What about Roland Fuller?
Roland's the janitor.
Roland didn't do that.
How do you know?
Let's just say Roland isn't exactly a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
Roland, there are some people here who would like to talk with you.
You mind if we ask you a couple questions?
How much does he
Do you remember
know?
working last night?
Seeing any strangers? Did Dr. Surnow or Dr. Keats or Dr. Nolette do anything unusual?
Nope.
Well, one of them died.
He must like stars.
You like numbers too, huh?
Oh.
Roland, let me help you.
5, 6,
Do the numbers mean something?
8, 14,
What did you say to upset him so?
16.
Okay. Oh God, we're back in the head.
Definitely the work of a fourth.
I thought it was going to be more of that administrative dude.
Standards don't match what you found on the whiteboard.
Will you do me a favor and try this?
You don't really think that Roland...
Besides Nolette and Keats, he's the only person we can prove was in the lab that night.
Roland Fuller barely has an IQ of 70.
Well, you saw his facility with mathematics.
They can perform certain functions, but they can't tell you the value of anything or even the meaning of a number.
I'm sorry, he didn't write it.
I wonder... He seems to be seeing things that he doesn't want to see. Could we be thinking split personality? Dissociative disorder? Now, see, if he's about to do what he saw in his head, he's about to, like, dunk this guy in some liquid nitrogen, I would much rather go through the turbine. Much rather go through the turbine. I mean, I know I said he was a jerk before, but no one deserves to die quite like this. If it's not dissociative disorder, is it just like OCD? Is that why he had to pick up the stars? Oh! We heard shattering. That's one way to really take someone's head off.
Now, I've seen this demonstrated on a fish before.
I don't think they'll be performing this experiment on Beekman's world.
I don't know what that is. That must be a 90s TV show.
Hey, Scully. Look at these files. K-Man.
But look, someone else entered a file under the name Arthur after 1231.
So you're saying that someone came in here, killed Keats, and then just did some work on an old Dr. Arthur Grable file?
I can't access the Arthur file. We're gonna need the password.
Try 15626.
That would be one heck of a coincidence. I mean, that would really point the finger.
How did you know that was...
This is Arthur Grable's work on the same fluid dynamics equation. Someone has been continuing his work for the 6 months since he died.
How did you know what the password was?
Oh, twin? Okay, I might be really off base, so I'm going to make it real quick, because otherwise I'm taking time away from the episode. What if the two that we are seeing are not the same two? If he has a twin, then this Roland... Well, then, no. Okay, psychic link. So, I was wondering what made this an X-Files episode, because, I mean, this is fascinating stuff, but... I don't know if this rises to the level of X-Files, right? What if he has a twin who he has a psychic link to? So that would explain why he was writing the password on the piece of paper and why he was seeing things, right? But it might also then not be him. He's just seeing it. Which I guess would mean that his twin was faking it when he was in the propulsion facility. Am I right? Am I very wrong and far off base? I'm just, from what we saw there with the Flash, it looked like two with the same kid. So I'm thinking twin. That makes me think X-Files. That makes me think psychic connection. Good twin, bad twin. I might be really far off. Let me know. Well, I mean, by the end of the episode, I will know.
Well, let's get you dressed. You have visitors.
If it is his twin, why?
I'm not supposed to talk to them.
Who told you that? These are nice people, Roland.
Hey, Roland, you got more shirts than I do. I think this one would look styling today. What do you think?
The green one.
Mrs. Sturdy, can I talk to you a second?
I'd say this, like, Mulder is remarkably socially intelligent. Like, he gets along with everyone when he needs to.
So do you like your job at the college, Roland?
Yes.
Very empathetic person, but I'm guessing he's had a lot of people put him down, so that's where that empathy comes from.
What man?
Dr. Grable.
Was Dr. Grable nice to you?
Yes. Dr. Grable died.
I'm sorry.
They go away, and they're not supposed to come back.
Are you suggesting that Arthur Grable hired Roland in order to use him? Then are you suggesting that Arthur Grable is not dead? Yeah, but by the look of this, he's Hamburger.
Maybe he staged it.
Only child, summa cum laude in physics.
Roland's also from Seattle. He spent most of his life at the Heritage Halfway House. There's very little information on Roland before the age of
Is there a
3. That's when he was
picture
put in
of-
the Heritage program.
Did we see a picture of Arthur?
That's also Arthur's birth date.
Wouldn't they have noticed if Arthur and Roland looked exactly the same, though?
Do you have dreams, Roland?
Not good ones.
Roland? Who's Arthur?
There's a mystery here.
Is that Arthur Grable there, sitting on the chair?
Yeah.
Could he be making it seem like a man with a 70 IQ is gaining access to his old computer files?
Could he have faked his own death?
No.
It's a dry road surface, no mechanical problems found. The body was never admitted to a county morgue.
Art could not have done the murders.
How can you be so certain?
This is Arthur Grable. Because of the massive internal damage to his body caused by the car accident, we could only preserve the head. We believe that this technology is progressing faster than anyone thought possible.
I'm sure they'll have it in just 10 years.
Passing of each second brings our bodies closer to death. For our clients, it brings them closer to life.
I mean, I guess if you're already
These
dead.
fluctuations in temperature, do they happen often?
No, we've had some problems with Dr. Grable's capsule.
Is it possible the brain is causing the fluctuation?
No.
May we take a look at Arthur Grable's records?
Is he alive in there?
Mulder. Arthur Grable put down only one donor.
Roland Fuller and Arthur Grable have the same birthday. I think they're twins. Same age, just less hairy and with better eyesight.
There we go.
It's Roland.
Tell me about your dreams, Roland.
So the one twin died, but is psychically linked to this dude and is coming back to kill the other scientists. I was way off.
You know, I had a dream last night. I dreamt I was swimming in this pool, and I could see my father underwater. And there was another man at the pool, watching me. He was asking me questions I didn't want to answer.
I can't tell you my dreams.
Why not?
Bad.
Your dreams are bad, Roland. Not you. You're a good person.
I hit Tracy.
Yeah, okay, Mulder? He seems... Whoa. Whoa. What was that?
You know how to work this toy, Roland?
For a second, I thought it was a drone.
I see the way you work that toy is like what's happening to you. And your dreams are the controls.
I feel bad for Roland, though, because, like...
Who runs the controls?
Unless Scully and Mulder decide not to pursue this, like, he's gonna go down.
This man recently. He's trying to get away.
I think he already got away.
Roland!
You might want to keep the other scientists under observation, you know? Maybe like an armed protection guard or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on me being wrong. Maybe Arthur is still alive, but I'm pretty sure that Roland is the one doing things.
Mulder, no one's going to provide you with anything once you explain your theory on how Roland Fuller is capable of these murders.
You've got a brother, don't you, Scully? Thought about calling one of them all day long, and then all of a sudden the phone rings and it's one of them.
Does this pitch somehow end with a way for me to lower my long-distance charges?
I believe in psychic connections, and evidence suggests that it's stronger between family members.
One sibling has closer ties to a frozen fudgesicle than he does to his own brother.
Arthur Grable is not dead. He's in a state of consciousness that no human has ever returned from.
But why? He's been working with these colleagues for years.
Maybe one of them killed him.
Let's go. I have to call my brother.
We gotta find no.
She's sassy this episode.
Let's talk to campus security.
We go this way?
No, we go left.
So you killed the dude. And now he's coming back for revenge.
Wherever you are, Arthur, I'm sure you'll appreciate this.
Unless he just heard their conversation and that's why he's acting so weird? No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I mean, something weird's going on. This episode is like one of those Russian nesting dolls. I can't get my head around it. So that's done. Now the question remains, does that really kill him, or does his whole consciousness get transferred to Roland? What's his actual head?
Arthur was 4 minutes older than Roland.
Identical twins.
Agent Scully.
This is Larry Barrington at the Avalon Foundation. Last night we had a break-in at the facility. That's right. Yeah, it's Arthur Grable's storage unit. The temperature's still rising. Something's blocking our access to the cooling program.
Arthur losing control as he dies. Oh, there it is. Maybe that's all he wanted.
If I have seen further than other men, it's because I have stood on the shoulders of giants.
This isn't yours.
There's this body sitting there in front of me talking, but you're controlling it, Arthur.
It was mine!
And a brilliant piece of work, too. Mach 15 was within our reach. Our futures were guaranteed. Yes, Arthur. I was here when you attacked me. Fortunately, I was carrying a gun.
Yeah. Oh.
That's interesting.
I don't think you're gonna live to see the glory of this either. And you kind of deserve it. Like I said, though, I feel bad for Roland. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail for something that he didn't really do. Will they be in time? I don't think they're gonna be in time. Kind of don't want them to be in time.
Roland, we need you to help us. Roland, you've got to help him or he's going to die.
Well, I'm thinking that this asshole's gonna get off scot-free now.
Is he being charged with a crime?
The DA hasn't made that determination yet.
But we've recommended that he be remanded to your custody. It's my belief that he wasn't acting under his own volition.
That's pretty screwed up.
In the last 2 weeks, Roland has completed the calculations.
How?
That Roland was somehow able to finish his brother's research.
Fine line. Scully is walking there with that explanation. Fine line.
Roland, don't go.
I have to keep my
The
stuff.
stars. I feel bad for Roland. He was just as much a victim of his brother as the other scientists were. Maybe that's why Mulder got so emotional before. Because he realizes, like, I mean, this guy is kind of being eaten by a system. Interesting note to leave that on. All right, let's talk. I am not entirely sure what to make of this episode. It was, well, first of all, let me say that it kept me on my toes. It really drew me in. Like, there was a mystery to this episode that was just different. It felt like the writers were keeping what they were doing much closer to their chest, or I think maybe not. So I guess it was the element of cryopreserving Arthur's body that made this episode very difficult to suss out for me, because it was a very wild turn. I did not go into this thinking we were going to talk about cryopreservation of someone like that. So I just don't think in a million years my mind would have went to his head is frozen and still alive and controlling his brother. It seemed pretty clear, pretty fast, that it had something to do with the twin aspect, the psychic link aspect. But yeah, I think it was that addition of that element that just made it like very difficult to figure out where they were going with it, which I personally liked, because I think that it maybe accidentally, they could have been going for it, but I think that it accidentally kind of asked a more human question when it introduced this element by making Roland very innocent in this whole situation. This is kind of one of the first antagonists to an episode that the X-Files has had that wasn't like a clear antagonist. We've had other episodes where a ghost or an ability is the antagonist of the episode. So, you know, like there is a protagonist and they're dealing with whatever that is. But this was, I think, the first episode we had where the antagonist and the protagonist were kind of the same person, and it really painted a more human element to it. Like, I think they did a really good job walking that line and relating the fact that Roland was a victim of his brother just as much as the other people were. And I think that a lot of the credit for that should probably be given to the actor that plays Mulder, because that scene where he was talking to Roland, and I don't know if I took it as him holding back emotion. Like when he was talking to Roland, Roland was on the couch and they were playing with that toy on the floor. It very much looked like, to me, like Mulder was about to cry. Like he looked genuinely upset, and it kind of reminded me of the same character that we saw back in Miracle Man when he was in the jail cell. And I said that there just seemed to be something off about the Mulder character, but in a really good way. Like the actor that was playing him was really leaning into the more emotional side of the character. And I think that's what I saw today again as well. I hope to see that more and more, because I really do think that Mulder has a very emotional, empathetic side. I think he's incredibly good at relating to people and understanding what they're going through and sympathizing with them. But I also think that he has a lot of sarcasm inside of himself, and it's probably like a defense mechanism because he is, you know, probably judged quite a bit himself. So yeah, it was just, I think this was an overall good episode. It was a mystery. It was a little bit heartbreaking, and I enjoyed it. What did you guys think? I wouldn't say that this was like a top tier episode. This one seemed to have more drama to it than X-Files or science fiction. Like once we realized the X-Files aspect of it, I think I kind of just blew past it and was just more interested in the Roland character's resolution, like what was going to happen to him. I really do like my stories to be character driven. If you've been watching my channel for any time, you know that. Like, if characters are the ones who are developing and leading the story, I get really into it. So, yeah, I mean, like, I think this was a good episode in that once you learned what the X part of the files was, it's like, okay, that's there. That's a side piece. But I more importantly just want to know, like, what's going to happen to these guys? What's going on? Are they going to end up okay? Anyways, like if you would like to like. Full version is in the description. You can tip me on Patreon. And as always, I take my conspiracy hat off you, and I take it off myself. I will see you next week.